Right, Spence, just before we touch on the game, can just clear up the Sam Deering and Hishi movement, the 2 out and 2 in this week?
I think it's very proud for the club that Hisham, somebody we took a chance on from step 4, a fantastic young man. I'm delighted he's got his move. Obviously, there's nothing we can do about it. It wasn't something from a selfish perspective we wanted to happen, but we got the first inquiry on Monday morning. We got a formal buyout type clause activation on Monday evening, and then I've had about 5 days of chaos with a number of clubs that expressed interest. So look, we wish him all the best. He's a fantastic young lad. We've got a great relationship with Sutton. I ended up doing the deal myself with Matt, who credits his club. He and I eventually got on the phone and sorted it out ourselves because it was getting a bit complicated, as it always does with agents. And all we can do is thank him and wish him absolutely every success. You know, he's a great lad. You know, fingers crossed that goes. It's another player we've sold into the Football League. So disappointing from a selfish perspective, but can only wish him all the best because he's such a nice lad. Sam, it's just, you know, Sam's been with us 18 months and we have to balance budgets, but most importantly, we look at, you know, he's not been playing, and, you know, things come to a natural end sometimes, and I decided it was the right way, and we have to, you know, we've only played once at home in January, and it was the right thing for both parties. So we, you know, he'll always come, you know, with history, Sam, with that wonderful playoff goal. He is a great lad, and I'm sure he'll have success where he goes next, but we've got a fantastic group here, and, you know, we've mutually terminated. So again, we wish him all the best and thank him for what he's done.
Okay, just quickly on the 2 incoming.
Yes, obviously Bradley Keach we know well. Somebody that I sort of speak to Dev every year about, and he's played lots of appearances, substitute appearances in the National League. Very similar, I think, in a lot of ways to Pendlebury, who's obviously gone to Aldershot. So, you know, he's not particularly match sharp, but he's training obviously with National League players the whole time, got minutes. So we're delighted to get him in, and that's more competition into that area. I thought CJ did very well after the first minute today, and we only took him off because of the yellow card. And yeah, today, as we'll come on to, I thought the referee was very home biased, to say the least, but there we go. And yeah, so he's come in, and Chicky was one that's, he's known to a few of our players. He's got good pedigree, did very well at Aldershot. I spoke to Aldershot. He's been at Dagenham. He knows he's played with Mason in a 2 as well, and knows Kev Locko. And he was really keen to come. Dover are having a bit of a switch around under their new manager, obviously we know well. And, you know, he was really keen to come, and he's another smiler. And, you know, I think you saw there, he's great pace. And I think if we can get him going again, and look what's happened to Mason. Mason's hardly scored a goal in 2 years, and he scored whatever that is.
4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Yeah.
So, you know, players when they're wanted and they play with a smile, and he's come on and he's absolutely loving it. And we'll see where it goes. So, you know, someone who's got the pedigree, but we're still looking. We've got a couple of lads I think need to go out on loan, obviously. And we've got some issues with the County Cup that we can only play, I think, players that were registered before that started. So we're struggling to keep 11. And, you know, there may still be 1 or 2 that I'm speaking to coming in. But it's very difficult when I think we've got to play an absolute bare minimum of 25 games in 13 weeks. So got to be careful because we're very small in numbers. But, yeah, it's pretty much the same team. The same team started today, started at Dulwich, and we hummed and hawed about that a lot. So, yeah, we just thank the boys that have left, welcome the lads that have come, and obviously right now in there they're all buzzing.
Right, now, attention for today's game. I mean, personally, before we start, I want to congratulate you. You know, you set the boys up well, you had a game plan, and it worked. But what are your thoughts on today's game?
I thought it was almost the complete replica of the home game. I thought there was nothing in it. Both sides had moments, little moments. I think their keepers made 1 save, probably on target, not until the 80th minute. Jack's made 2 saves, 1 at the first half where we've made an absolute mess of we were in their penalty area and they counted us, and Jack's made 1 save in stoppage time. So both teams huffed and puffed, very heavy pitch, very little in it. We defended very well, and we've had that one moment of quality that, you know, the wonderful Alex Fletcher had for Bath at theirs, and we've had it here, and we've got the 3 points, and we've defended valiantly, done really, really well, worked really hard, a lot on what to do shape-wise today. And, you know, because it was 3 weeks ago we were great at Dulwich, and it's very difficult, but as I said, we went with the same team, a lot of thought into it, but we had pre-plans to be more attacking in the second half. And I thought we did really well, and it was one of those where you come away, there was nothing in the game, there was nothing in the home game. I mean, I think that's a stonewall penalty to us in the first half. I'm looking forward to seeing that again. How the referees booked 3 of our players and giving them every soft free kick is beyond me. The linesman was agreeing with me. So we won with all that against us, against, you know, a Bath side full of quality, full of real high quality pedigree players. And we had to dig in and defend well, and we did, and we worked really hard on a sapping pitch. and we got the result that was, you know, very similar to when they got that one moment of quality at ours. So delighted to come away a very difficult place with another 3 points after such a long break. They played a competitive game last week. We played a friendly, which, you know, was better than nothing, but not a lot better. So absolutely delighted with the 3 points.
I think the two new signings, Cheeky obviously setting up Mason for the winner, which was fantastic, and Bradley coming into midfield.
Yeah, we always, yes, it was really and ahhed about the team today. We've got such a good squad, and I believe they've all bought into the fact that there have to be changes sometimes, and it's not necessarily due to performances. I thought we were sloppy the first 10 minutes. Obviously from the kick-off, CJ fell over, didn't he? Slipped when he kicked. Yeah. And, you know, that's what happens when you come away from home. We didn't get any decisions, but they didn't hurt us. You know, I think we opened them up 3 or 4 times. I don't think they hurt us at all like that. They hurt us by being direct. And, you know, they hurt us when we made an absolute mess of being in their penalty box. But it was just a nothing game. It was 2 teams going at it head to toe. There was very little in it. Neither keeper's done very much in the whole game. We've both blazed them high, wide, handsome at times. We've had lots of corners and throws. Haven't really done an awful lot with it. I said I think there's a good penalty shout for us, and we've scored a good goal. So it's one of those days where you come away and go, look, we've still got things to improve and sharpen up on, which is understandable with the last 3 weeks. But to come here, any team in the National South, and get 3 points, you have to work really hard. We did that. We stuck to the game plan, and, you know, 13 unbeaten. That's a fantastic return for this group, and we just then have to enjoy it tonight, which is what we've said to them. Enjoy the long trip home, and recover and go again for another massive game against Hemel on Tuesday. And we're desperate for everybody to get down to us on Tuesday. We haven't seen you in a long time, seen you in a month. Get there, because we're, you know, the support tonight over there at the final whistle and through the game was just fantastic. You know, there's over 1,000 people in here, and, you know, we're really grateful to them. It's a long trip and fantastic for the football club, and we'll move on to the next one.
I was going to touch on that next. The support for the whole season, really. The travelling away fans. Our fans are travelling in numbers and that, and they don't know when they're beaten. They carry on singing all the way through. They out-sing 700 Bath supporters today. All you could hear from the stands was Farnborough supporters. That must give you great pride in everything you're doing at the moment.
The growth of this club in the last few years has been amazing. I think we've had 2 promotions in 5 years. Obviously, we've had a couple of COVID years which didn't even occur really. County champions, FA Cup runs. It's not easy. You know, we're competing against clubs with the greatest respect, much bigger resources than ourselves. And sometimes we have to make decisions which are unpopular. We have to do that. That's the way that the club goes. It's really, really difficult. We're scrapping and arguing. I was arguing with Sutton over literally a couple of quid. It's the way it goes. But, you know, you have to enjoy the pluses. We're having a great time. Fantastic support. Desperately need them to come. It's difficult as well because, you know, the times away from football is so hard financially at the moment. We're asking them to travel to Bath and then on Tuesday, and, you know, we're so grateful for it. It makes such a difference, and it's also such a buzz. Even me personally going there at the end, and you're applauding them, and they're absolutely loving it, and we know they're having a great weekend, and 13 unbeaten, and the time we're having, you know, it's really, really good. So everyone has to keep enjoying it, good times, because we've had some tough times, there's no doubt about that, but we're loving it. I'm glad they're loving it. That's what we're here. We're in the entertainment business. I wouldn't say today was a particularly high quality game, but, you know, when you're winning, it doesn't really matter, and we're loving it. We're glad they're enjoying it, and we just keep going. We keep going, and we'll see where it is. It's going to be a very busy few months.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm pretty sure that all the supporters are travelling back to Farnborough tonight are going to be going with a great big smile on their face. They'll be behind you on Tuesday. But congratulations, Spencer, and everything going. Fantastic win.
Top stuff. Thanks very much, fellas.